Hey guys, and welcome to Blockhood. Blockhood's a neighbourhood building simulator by the Plethora Project. Plethora Project were kind enough to share this alpha build with me prior to the game's release, so I could show off to you guys. So I played a fair bit of Blockhood actually, and I kind of enjoyed my time with it, so I thought I should probably show you guys exactly what Blockhood is. So let's fire away with this tutorial so that you can actually get a bit of a feel for it, and so I can reacquaint myself. So the first thing they've got to teach us, that the volume is extremely loud. That's the first thing they've got to teach me. Options. Game options. No! Main menu, yes, return to the main menu. You horrible, horrible person. The music's amazing, but unfortunately it likes to go between my ears. If that makes any sense. So it doesn't... It's directional, but it doesn't go in the right place. Right, are you gonna play good here? Game. Click challenge. Go back to my options. My sound's fine. Credits. Okay, tutorial. Play tutorial. You've done it again. Ah! There we go. I'm gonna have to... There we go. I'm gonna have to bugger about with OBS just to get it to be a decent volume so you guys can actually hear me. But let's create. So let's go to create. Yes. Oh, it helps if I hold down the mouse button to actually place it properly, and then delete it. Well done. Creation and deletion is done. Next tutorial, navigation. Mouse wheel to zoom in now. We can rotate around, and it moves in such a wonderfully fluid way. W and S to go up and down. To produce resources. Okay, so this is where it all starts. So the first thing we can do is drop a solar panel. Bonk. Nice, we've now got access to resources. We now need to wait until the resources accrue. Wait for the solar panel to produce electricity. So as you see, our money is dropping and our electricity is going up. If we push K, we can see, much like Off-World Trading Company, the way that we can see how it works. Decay. In this tutorial, you will learn the consequences of resources. Let's plant 3 trees and see what happens. So let's grab some trees. No tree. Go tree. 3 tree. Great, now let's go into inspect mode and see what's going on with the trees. If you hover over a block, you'll see it's got inputs and outputs. A trees don't have any water. A block only produces outputs if it's got inputs, otherwise they decay. Now let's use data modes to see how the trees are doing. Trees? The trees! Decay data. Blocks will gradually turn red when they cannot produce resources. Blocks might eventually die from decay. Be careful. Press the data modes button again to go back into the main menu. You finished tutorial 4. Look into the inventory for a block that can produce water as an output. Create that block in the terrain. So we've got a well. Wells produce water, surprisingly. Interdependence. Well done, that well produces water. Now go and check the resource window and wait until you've got 3 units of water. Which can take a while. This, as far as I remember, that scrolls. Yeah, that gives us our angle. Which is far. You can do that with. Oh, I was sure you could have done that with one of the mouses, with one of the mouse button combinations, but apparently not. I'm just forgetting. It was a while ago when I last played this. Right. Oh, I was like, what's slices? Slices. Push the slice up. Click here to configure the game. That works. It's going very dark. That's because it's nighttime. Nighttime in a little Blockhood. Awesome. Now you're ready to create some trees. Trees will create fresh air if they have water. They try to produce some fresh air. Right, so let's go into here and let's dunk down some trees. Plonk. Okay, we're now getting 0.20 fresh air every tick and 0.05 leisure. But our water is slowly going to tick down. And soon we'll get the tick of fresh air. There we go. Great, you've completed tutorial 5. Accessibility. Try to create a wormhole? What my brain was going to say. Try and create a windmill in the centre of the terrain. Great, now let's go into data modes and see access data. Notice that the windmill is pink, this means the windmill is not accessible. Try creating corridors between the windmill and the edge. So in order to make it accessible, there needs to be a corridor between it and the edge. There you go, now it's blue. Wait for the windmill to produce electricity. Great, you can now try rotating the block by going into inspect mode. While you're in inspect mode, push R. Amazing, now you've done it. Use your knowledge in the next tutorial. Ecology. Try to produce fresh air by creating trees and water well. Remember to make blocks accessible. We can make a water tower which costs 1 and outputs 4 water, or we can make a well which doesn't cost us anything but only outputs 1 water. Okay, so let's make a well. We'll shove the well right at the edge here. Trees and a water well, that's all we needed. Okay, going to inspect. It's not getting enough water into it, so if we shove another water well there, and we go to inspect, see we've got 2 outputs and only 2 inputs, and that requires 3 inputs, so if we shove another water well not on top of it, that's just plain silly. So let's rotate. We have another water well here. There we are, we can go to data viz and look at access data. So you can see that all of this stuff isn't accessible right now. So if we grab a corridor, shove it there and there, go into inspect mode, and then rotate these. Then we would need to have a corridor going. Let's rotate again. Round this side. In order to keep the trees accessible. There we go. Now if we have a look at our analysis. Great, now let's produce some electricity. We don't need... Well, we've got plenty of money, so I might as well put this here. And we're gonna, it's gonna cost a little bit of electricity, but we're gonna, a little bit of money, but we're gonna generate electricity from it. And then we could shove that in there as well. Cool, now you're ready for people to inhabit a home. You'll notice that a flat needs water, electricity and fresh air. You should have that, so go ahead and create a flat to try and produce labour. Flats are in here. A small flat inputs fresh air, electricity, water and leisure, outputs labour, grey water, organic waste and consumers. So let's shove a little flat here. Labour is key to allow other blocks to become productive. So we've still got plenty of fresh air, electricity, water and leisure right now. So we've got, roughly when it says 1 on these things, it's talking about 0.05 on these things. So it's pretty easy to keep track of it in that respect. We're gaining grey water, yay. Grey water is something, basically you need to convert that in order to get regular water again. It's dirtied water. Right, looks like we could actually do a bit more water. Yeah, because we did make the water quite exact for our trees, didn't we? So let's shove the water well there. There we are, that should allow us to get... Access data is fine. Production data, decay data, that's all good. Notice that you can stack flats or any other buildings blocks. If you create taller buildings, you'll need vertical circulation for accessibility. Try adding an elevator to connect flats above. So let's grab this and shove it there. Well done, you've completed the last basic tutorial. Blockhood's all about ecology and interdependence. You're ready to try your luck in sandbox mode. Connectivity. I thought we just done this. I'm sure we did. Yeah, once we build a... Oh, maybe not. Build a small flat in the middle of the train. No, we didn't. In this tutorial, you'll learn about connectivity between blocks. Go into inspect mode. Bottom. That should be an N. It's alpha. Leave it alone. Go into inspect mode by right-clicking or by using the button below. Okay. Hover over the flat that you created and you'll see a red arrow. This is the access point on the block. This is where the flat has a door. You'll need to provide access to this block through this orientation. Try rotating the block and see how the red arrow rotates. Great. The red arrow shows that the block is not connected. Use corridors to connect the corridor to the edge of the terrain. Notice that corridors also have specific connectivity based on their orientation. Build 2 corridor V connecting the flat to the edge. So we grab you there and you there. Well done. Go into access data modes and see if the blocks are connected. So data viz, access data. The corridor V is only connect in 2 directions. Check in inspect mode. As you can see, they only connect from that side and that side. Rotate the corridors and see how they connect and disconnect based on orientation. Right, amazing, you've completed tutorial 7. You're very close to finishing. Try the next tutorial. Vertical connectivity. Some blocks allow construction of other blocks on top of each other. These are mainly building blocks. But try experimenting to see what blocks allow you to build up. Try creating 2 small flats, one on top of the other. 1, 2. Great, now notice, if you go into the Access Data tab, the upper flat is not accessible. We need to fix that and provide access to all blocks, otherwise they'll decay. So that is data viz, access data. See, it's pink. It'll create an elevator that will provide access we need. An elevator will allow blocks in the upper floors to become accessible. Build 2 elevator blocks, one on top of the other. Let's put it here, and here. Great, now we just need to add corridors that connect the elevator with the access point of our flat. Add corridors that connect it with the small flat. I've already done that. Okay. Ah, damn my intelligence. Right, I want to... Let's just delete this. Okay, and let's build our elevators here. Let's just assume that I've done this wrong. There we are. Great, we've done it. Game. Add corridors that connect the elevator with a small flat. I've done that. Okay, done. In this tutorial you'll learn blah blah blah. You've completed tutorial 9. You're ready for the last tutorial. In this tutorial you'll learn how blocks can change productivity based on synergies. Try doing a corridor that divides the canvas in 2. Okay. It actually costs money for corridors. Blonk. 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 Great, add a small flat that's connected to the corridor. Ooh, factory. Well done. Now create a dense tree adjacent to the small flat that you created. Notice that the blue arrow appears showing you that the synergy of the small flat has gone up. You can hover over the block in inspect mode. Oops. Didn't really get to read it, but you can see the synergy is +1 on the right hand side there. Notice that in the block info box, synergy now is now +1. Gives you a 10% increase in output. Now build a factory also adjacent to the small flat. Try the other side. Sure. I don't really have another side, but let's put it there. See the arrow down away? Notice the red arrow showing you that you just created a negative synergy? Hover over the small flat to see its synergy again. You'll notice that the synergy went down. Notice in the block box the synergy is now -2. This will give you a 10% decrease of output. Discover the different synergies between blocks to maximise your production. Try deleting the factory. You have now completed tutorial 10. You have done all the tutorials. Try challenges now to test your skills. Alrighty tighty. So, before going on to doing the first challenge, I'm going to call it an episode here. So do remember that if you've enjoyed this episode, then drop a like down below. It does help out a great deal. And if you want to see more in the future, subscribe to the channel. But, as always, I've been Steejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.